Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 o'clock news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Onslow County where a car crash this morning has taken out a utility pole. Just after 8 a.m., Onslow County deputies urged drivers to avoid the intersection at Kinston Highway and Beulahville Highway near Richlands. Highway Patrols tells WITN that one car was involved in the crash. Traffic lights and a utility pole could be seen on the ground at the scene. Now, troopers say a woman was taken to Naval Medical Center Camp Lejeune following the crash. Drivers can detour onto Coons Fork Road. We'll continue to update this story as we learn more. And now we want to turn our attention to the statement the president made last night and how it ties into the ongoing issue of affordability. NBC's Garrett Hake has more.
President Trump addressing the nation from the White House, boasting about what he views as his administration's top achievements so far.
After 11 months, our border is secure, inflation has stopped, wages are up, prices are down.
Nearly a year into his second term, the president attempting to blame Americans' ongoing economic anxieties on his predecessor, mentioning former President Joe Biden 7 times.
11 months ago, I inherited a mess, and I'm fixing it.
In a rapid-fire address, the president ticking off what he called his administration's early victories, beginning on the southern border.
We inherited the worst border anywhere in the world, and we quickly turned it into the strongest border in the history of our country.
The president falsely claiming 25 million people entered the country illegally during the Biden administration, while Border Patrol statistics show the real number was closer to 10 million. Mr. Trump focused most of his speech on the economy and promising more relief is on the way next year, thanks to his tariff plan and the so-called Big Beautiful Bill.
And next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time.
But it comes amid persistent polling showing Americans souring on his handling of cost of living issues. And while some specific grocery costs have gone down, consumer prices generally have risen every month since April. Democrats have been hammering the affordability issue.
Somebody must have showed him some abysmal poll numbers.
The president also announcing what he called a warrior dividend, a holiday bonus for 1.4 million U.S. service members.
In honor of our nation's founding in 1776, we are sending every soldier $1,776. Think of that. And the checks are already on the way.
Mr. Trump says those military bonuses will be paid for with tariff tax revenue, but it's Congress that has the power to decide how any tariff revenue is spent. The president also touting his administration's targeting of alleged drug boats near Latin America, just hours after the Pentagon announced a new boat strike in the Eastern Pacific on Wednesday.
They decimated the bloodthirsty foreign drug cartels.
But the president made no mention of a potential military conflict with Venezuela, just one day after announcing a naval blockade of sanctioned Venezuelan oil tankers.
Again, that was Garrett Hake reporting. We now want to turn to your weather forecast. Today, we've got cloud cover spread across the east. Air temperatures, though, still up. Looking at mid-60s coming up later on today. Right now, we're sitting at 50 degrees at Pitt Greenville Airport. Still a little bit of sunshine trying to make its way through the clouds, but that's going to become something that will be more limited later on this afternoon. Cloud cover's only going to get thicker through the day. Right now, 50 degrees. Air temperature comes with a 50-degree dew point. Calm winds right now leading to a little bit of some visibility issues across parts of the east. Not looking again at widespread visibility issues, but it is certainly something we are keeping an eye on as our humidity has risen substantially from earlier this week. Current air temperatures right now reading anywhere between around 45 degrees in Roanoke Rapids to around 58 degrees right now at Cape Hatteras. It is again going to be an above average day in terms of air temperatures, but compared to where we were yesterday, above kind of where we were 24 hours ago by a slim margin, anywhere between around 2 to 6 degree rise from yesterday's numbers. Of course, we're going to hang on to the heat today into tomorrow, as overnight lows tonight only going to be dipping down into the, I would say, more of the upper 50s. possibly low 60s, not going to lose out on a whole lot of heat is pretty much what we're trying to say. As far as winds go, very light right now, but seeing wind direction, at least at ground level, come in more out of the east to southeast. Rain showers will start to again spread across the area, not looking again at widespread rain until we get to around 5-6 p.m. and those drops are going to be fairly light. The heavier stuff shows up as we head into the overnight hours, particularly between around 10 p.m. to around 5 a.m. early Friday morning. You can see a bulk of those raindrops on the eastern side of Highway 17 by the time we reach around 3 a.m. early tomorrow morning. Not seeing any sort of severe weather threat with these incoming downpours, but we are certainly seeing the opportunity to put a dent in our moderate drought. About an inch, maybe an inch and a half of rain could be coming down across parts of eastern North Carolina. I think most of us averaging around an inch for tonight into tomorrow morning. As we head into your Friday afternoon, everything really starts to dry out. Let's zoom the picture out a little bit further and you can see what's on the way after this whole system rolls through. We're essentially getting two systems. There's that area of low pressure coming out of the Gulf that's going to really boost our initial opportunity for rain by really ramping up our moisture content. And then behind that, we've got another frontal system that is going to help sweep it all out into the Atlantic. Now, there will again still be some lingering showers for the tail end of your Friday due to that cold front you're seeing stretched over the Carolinas and Virginia as we head towards 9 a.m. on Friday. But that whole system again works its way out into the Atlantic as it gets shoved out to the Atlantic by that area of high pressure that will leave us with very sunny skies over the upcoming weekend. So let's take a look at your full 8-day forecast. Mid-60s for today and tomorrow for your daytime highs. Overnight lows tonight, upper 50s to low 60s. We've got your overnight low set at 60 degrees. But of course, it will be wet, it will be raining. So do note that early Friday morning, for those of you who are early risers, you may end up walking out to some downpours outside. They will be clearing up, though, as we head into your Friday afternoon. Saturday and Sunday, very sunny. We hang on to the sunshine on Monday, but a cold front will knock air temperatures down from 61 degrees on Sunday to 46 on Monday. We'll gradually warm back up, though, as we approach the Christmas holiday. That's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Thursday.